Hi again, folks. I'm live. Just a bit of an intro for a few seconds. I'm not sure if this video start up the volume, the audio straight away. So we're going to have a chat. Meet my little buddy. He's going to be helping me demo how to stop a dog from pulling on the lead and making sure that it's a lot more comfortable when you're both on a lead. Because it's about you enjoying the walk as much as the dog enjoying the walk. And if it's a pain in the butt to take your dog for a walk, he's not going to get walked as often as he would like or needs, and that could exacerbate into other areas as well. So while you're here, just remember, pop onto our Facebook page and have a look at our Easter competition. So if you find our post down there, what's happened, people have made comments on one of our posts. It's been so interactive that we've turned it into a competition, and those that updated their photos, uploaded photos and made comments, particularly if you've uploaded a photo, forgive me, you actually get 2 entries in the competition. The one you've done, and we'll double that, so you've got 2 entries as a reward. So when we do the draw, hey Lynn, thanks for saying hi. That's awesome to see you there. And as a reward for making a post, you get double entries into the competition. And we've got one coming up from one of the posts that's been very interactive. It's really good. The guys are doing a really great effort. Oh, it's funny. That's me. I can see myself. Okay, cool. Let's go back to how to stop a dog pulling on the lead, because I see this all the time, and I actually want to go up to people in the park and say, hey mate, you're doing it all wrong, hand it over, but I don't do that. Okay, so someone likes that, that's great. All right, so I'm going to get Canine here, we'll call him Rufus, shall we? And what happens when a dog is pulling on the lead, I just want to go through my notes and say, look, it's not your dog, it's you. You're pulling on the lead. The dog is just getting away with what he can until you turn around to the dog and say, hey, look, it is not acceptable that we're walking around the park all the time and the lead is really tight and I'm getting dragged and I can't control you, then things are not going to change. What I recommend you do, step number 1, if you read the comments, you'll see the steps there. Okay. Keep the leash loose. What we're looking for when you're walking a dog is called a J curve. See how I drop that lead down underneath the dog's chin? So you've got that J, the letter J. So that's the J curve. That's the way you should be walking your dog around. Now, if the dog starts to pull away from you on the lead, try applying a little bit of upward pressure. Stop. Number 1, stop. Don't continue the walk. Because if you're trying to do the walk and train the dog at the same time, it's very, very difficult. So stop, apply a little bit of upward pressure until the dog starts to come back into the right position. And then what you'll find is they will probably sit and look at you and start to try and pull away. But if you're doing a little bit of upward pressure, then that's going to give the dog a bit of discomfort. So the message is, if you make this walk uncomfortable for me, I'm going to make it slightly uncomfortable for you until we're both happy, then we can continue on. Okay, and it's not a bad message to be sending a dog. Now, the other little thing, some dog trainers will say, give a bit of a tug while you're doing it, put them in the lead. You don't need to be super tough. We don't really want you to be injuring the dog. Now, once your dog gets back into the right position, go back to the J curve and then continue the walk. You might find your dog will start pulling, but as soon as you see that angle, hey Chloe, good to see you. Thanks for popping on, that's great. As soon as you see that angle, going like this, the lead starts to go like that, you've got to start to stop, put that upward pressure on, wait for the dog to come back into position, and then go back to the J curve and then do that. Now, I reckon probably within 5 or 6 pulls, the dog's going to get the message. But it's you. Remember, it's you are applying pressure and allowing the dog to walk like this. And it's not comfortable for anyone because the dog's got a lot of pressure just under the neck. So stop. Put the dog in the right position using the technique. When you're there, loosen the lead off and then say, on we go. You don't necessarily have to be walking your dog in a commando form, like the dog is tucked up against your side and he follows you everywhere. You can get to that sort of training. It's just about having a nice, comfortable experience walking around the park with your dog. Now, people can use check chains. It's okay, provided you know how to use them. Same with dog training collars. They are okay to use, provided you use them correctly. And we can advise you on that. If you want to give us a call, we can even put you in touch with one of our dog trainers and they can give you some advice as well. You can use, I would recommend a firm collar, one that doesn't have any stretch, but it's on fairly firm. Now, if they're on a harness and they're pulling, a good question there, Charmaine, thank you. If they're on a harness and pulling, it's a little bit trickier because the dog doesn't have that discomfort. But again, it's up to you. So you might even revert back to using a solid collar for a while before you go back, and then teach the dog with the verbal commands that the pop, pop, or the pull, and you've got the verbal command and the indicator that means stop pulling. Then you can swap back to the harness. And if the dog's walking properly, we can all stay on the harness. If he starts to pull against the harness and you've got no control, then I would go back to the collar and start re-educating the dog. So it might take a bit of time to swap through because the dog will know, okay, I've got the harness on now so I can get away with it. So let's go. So let's have a look at the dog training collar in the background. I'll go nice and large here so I can still chat. I've got to bring that up. So you can always jump onto our Contact Us page. We've got a few numbers there, and we've got a Contact Us form. In fact, if you do have a specific question, it is probably better to use the Contact Us form so that we can actually get you in touch with the right person and call you back. Now, I've chosen PetSafe to show you the PetSafe remotes today. This is not about dog trainers, dog training collars. This is about dogs not pulling on the lead. But if you want to have a look and narrow down your choices, you can pop over to the side menu. You can pick the brand you want to have a look at. You can actually go down to the side menu, choose the size of the dog you want, etc., and then brands and accessories. So obviously you can get in touch for a chat also. We do put a bit of a dog training guide in the kit as well. Hey, Gaz Jackson is in the house. There we go. Thanks, Gaz. That's really good. Have a watch of the full video, and if you want to put your 10 cents in sometime next week, I'd love to have a chat to you on Zoom or on live, actually. So we do that on Skype. So just getting back to that now, avoid stretchy leads, okay? If you've got a stretchy lead, you are asking for your dog to pull against it, and it's quite a lot of fun for him to go stretchy, and then you're going like that and dislocating your shoulder. So if you want to have a chat about dog training collars, remote training collars, jump on and the Contact Us form and have a chat. There's information and links in the chat here. Good chat, Gaz. Let's pick a date. You let me know. Send me a text, and we'll have a chat, mate. All right, folks. Thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget, it's not your dog pulling on the lead. It's you pulling against the dog, who is also very happy to pull on the lead. You've got to change yourself before you're going to change your dog. Bye for now. Drop a comment in. Disagree with me if you like. All good.